Hi there, my name's Gary. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator based in the UK. I've had this idea stuck in my head for a while now, so I just needed to finally get it out. It's a bad joke, but I needed to get it out of my head. I normally use Affinity Designer, Photo and Publisher for most of my work. So what I've been doing here is I start off in the raster persona, or on the pixel persona, just sketching it all out on the tablet, just getting it all in position and moving things around, and then as the artwork goes on, I'll move into vectors and masking, and mostly doing this just cell shaded, working from my own little character. As you can see, I've got all reference for other little versions of him I've done in the past. I'm going to let it play and talk about stuff when it comes up. That little man there, I was doing some foil printing for a client, and I was really pleased with how the gold foil came out, so I decided to make everything gold, including myself. I brought in the Batmobile, just sketched over it. As you can see in the final drawing, I changed the look of it quite a lot, so it sort of reflected both my own little character and sort of a bit of the Disney Cars looks. So I've moved over to the vector persona now. I have got a graphics tablet, obviously, but when it comes to producing this sort of work, I actually do like to still use the stylus and the tablet, but I'll go in and draw it line by line. I just feel it gives me more control over the line width, as I can go in and change it to what I need it to be afterwards. Just really starting to play with the thickness of the line here. I just want the hand to really feel like it's coming up and towards us. So just pushing the thickness up on things and on his jawline, just to really add some 3D to it. I wanted to tighten up the details on his belt. I was going to add a mouse, but I decided against it, and obviously just making it a little bit clearer what I wanted to do with the eyes. At this point I wanted to create an AW logo for artwork, because it's meant to be a literal understanding of artwork, a visual representation of artwork. So I'm just trying to do a Superman AW. It took a little while to just get that right. I was quite pleased with how it looks at the end though. So at this point I'm just starting to clip the colours to the shape of the curve. Also I dropped the logo into the curve as well, so that when I start adding some shading to the artwork flyer, it affects both the flyer and the logo on it. Just laying out all the big colour areas that I can clip all the shading to this later. So this is where I start adding the highlights to it. I'm trying to make sure that I clip my lines to the shape that I produced for his head, but inevitably I always miss where I'm supposed to be doing it, and I have to then drop it into the right layer afterwards. I was trying to keep track of sort of where the light was coming from, which is why I sort of change it a little bit here and just add it to the top of the finger and the top of his thumb. But it's just meant to be a sort of general light coming down from above. I actually tweaked some of the shading on his face and on his abs later. I wasn't really happy with the direction of it, so the final result's just a little bit different. In a little while you'll also see I added the emblem to his chest. I wasn't happy with how that was looking, so I changed that as well. You have to let me know watching this if you like how I've done it here, or if I should have just clipped down sort of more of what I've done so that it's not showing every single bit that I've done and just sort of highlights. Just let me know what you prefer. So obviously I've produced the car and the background off screen. Thought the video was starting to run a little bit long, so just putting all the text in here, which even that I moved in the finished one. All the car was drawn off screen, but I'm really quite happy with how it came out. Let me know what you think.